guys.
Last time on MasterChef Canada, Kagan returned.
I'm back.
But after a stressful team challenge
I think these are still a little under.
and a grueling pressure test, it was Jen whose culinary dream came to an end. Tonight, the top 7 come face to face with some comedy connoisseurs.
I can just have this?
But a classic tag team ordeal
Eugene!
quickly trades the laughs for tears.
This is probably one of the worst tastings I've ever had.
Walking into the MasterChef Canada kitchen today is kind of a trip. There's this giant mystery box.
What's in store today? I'm thrilled to be cooking again in the MasterChef kitchen in a white apron. But I'm not just back, I'm here to win it.
This is a massive box, so I can't even fathom what is actually inside, under, on top. I don't know where they're gonna open it from.
Welcome to the biggest mystery box challenge ever. Woo! Tonight's theme is elevated diner food.
And to help you, we're providing an extraordinary source of inspiration. Some very special guests.
Have you ever had mac and cheese, burger and fries, BLT? These people know diner food.
They're sitting in the giant mystery box. The diner aspect, it's still not really ringing any specific bells. Who's behind there?
To help you get in touch with your inner greasy spoon, the cast of the smash hit comedy franchise, Corner Gas. What? No way! Brent Butt. Woo! Brent?
Brent Butt is one of my favorite comedians.
Tara Spencer-Nairn.
Woo! Hi, guys.
Lorne Cardinal.
Oh my God.
And Nancy Robertson.
I can't believe they're right in front of me. It's pure Canadian comedy at its finest. You can't wipe the grin off my face.
It's a pleasure to be here with you today. It's actually just a pleasure to be let out of that box. I don't know why we had to spend the night in there. And right now, we're all doing voice work on our new series, Corner Gas Animated, but let me assure you, I've maintained a rigorous diner food schedule.
He's not kidding.
For every chili cheese dog you saw me eat on screen, I've eaten countless more in real life. The thing that I've learned about diner food is that if you give the diner its due, you will achieve greatness. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck, you guys.
Good luck, everybody.
That's so hilarious.
So does this mean we're safe from elimination?
For this fine diner challenge, we want you to take a simple comfort dish and turn it into something extraordinary. You will have access to the equipment room and a specialty pantry packed with diner food delights.
You have 1 hour to create an elevated diner dish. And at the end of the cook, we will taste the top 3 dishes. And the home cook who produces the winning dish will receive a huge advantage in the upcoming elimination challenge.
Are you ready? Yes, chef. To catch me.
Yes.
Your 1 hour starts now!
I really like French fries. Just saying.
Some ginger, some garlic.
I haven't been in here in a while. I don't know what anything is. I'm drawn right away to the fish.
Look at the woo! Look at all so excited. Oh, you dropped
You've
your
dropped
fish.
your trout.
Gonna need that. I'm gonna elevate the crap out of fish and chips.
Oh, that poor fish. It's already dead.
Most of the home cooks came out with baskets full of food, but Becky, she had merely a handful of ingredients in her basket.
I think 4 grapefruits and half a dozen eggs.
She's obviously going sweet.
I don't want to see an apple pie. I don't want to see plain burger and fries. This is not the time to be safe.
I'm gonna elevate pie by not just making the traditional mold. It's pretty much a deconstructed pie.
I'm gonna make like a grapefruit pie with basil jelly and meringue.
It is pie at its core, it's just completely elevated.
Like, look at them. Why can't
I know. At this point, I'd be making eggs.
I'd be like, and I'm done.
You know, the starting point is diner food, but it is not diner typical food that we want to see delivered at the tasting.
Fish and chips, for example, done in a very creative way, can be something very special to eat, very elevated, very unique.
I want to bring Asian flavors to diner food. My wife and I did a trip, spent 6 months in Southeast Asia. It's my favorite food. I am making a Thai-inspired burger with tempura root vegetables. This burger isn't just salt and pepper. This is using fresh herbs, garlic, ginger, different sauces and vinegars.
What do you have on the go, Kagan?
Hi. Well, you know, I'm just thinking of, I'm a little flustered, sorry. Brent Butt, here to visit me. I'm doing a Japanese play on steak and eggs. I'm also gonna do an omelet that's like a little, wrapped like a little present, and there's gonna be a little sushi roll inside. It's gonna be, I mean, Japanese food is inherently elevated. I'm terrified and a little bit maybe too excited. I think just having that lightly seared steak with a sesame crust and a really tasty sauce.
So it's like steak and eggs,
yeah,
but in heaven. That's how I picture heaven.
I think you put it best, riding an elephant naked through the center of town.
Throwing my own bits back at me. This is fantastic. It's hard for me not to cheer for this guy. I got to be pulling for him.
Well, thanks, Kagan.
Thank you so much. Pleasure to meet you, Brent. It's hard to do nice knife cuts when you're shaking.
I want to do a stuffed French toast with a cereal crust. It's taking a diner dish and elevating it. And I'm going to stuff it with this smoked brie cheese. It was so brilliant.
Hey, Nadia, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
I got to say, Nadia, I'm a little worried. I see no coffee whitener around. I see no paper cups.
What do we have here? We have like a cheese
chamber here.
What is this?
I used some Applewood smoking chips.
Did you smoke inside of here?
I smoked the brie, and I thought that would really, like, elevate it.
Oh, you just brought me home.
Man, that is amazing.
Yeah, that is fantastic. That's legal. Looks delicious, and best of luck to you.
Impressive.
Thank you.
I've never had grapefruit and basil before, but I think it'll work. Basil goes with most fruit.
Hi, Becky.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good. No, what are you making?
A pie.
Pie. Could you settle down? The excitement is overwhelming. Pie. What kind of a pie are you making?
I'm gonna make a grapefruit curd with grapefruit and basil jelly and a meringue.
That's not your average diner pie.
To bake pie in 1 hour, do you think it may be a risk?
Instead of a crust, I'm gonna do a crumble instead.
I baked a pie years ago, and it took less than an hour, Alban. So, show a little faith.
Yeah.
Go get him, sister.
Thank you.
Becky, I want that pie to jump.
Don't listen to a thing he just said. Just ignore it.
This cheesy goodness here.
I want to get into that cheese sauce.
I am making an elevated tuna melt today. Take that simple, humble tuna sandwich and make it sing. With beautiful albacore tuna, with a wasabi pea crust, and smelt fries. I think of being home. My dad fries up smelts all the time, and I eat them like chips. So, fish fries. I live with my parents. Recently live with my parents again. I love to cook for my family, and I really just want to make the people back home proud.
Hi, Eugene.
Hi there.
How are you?
I'm great, thank you. I am making a chicken and waffles from the dirty old South.
Oh my God, I love you.
Thank you. My parents owned a diner growing up.
Really?
I spent a lot of time in the diner.
How are you going to elevate the waffle?
The waffle, I'm going to end it with a pat of foie gras on top, just like butter that you can spread over top, and it's going to just be nice and moist and buttery.
Are you single?
I am. I wish she was one of the judges.
Good luck.
Thank you. Good luck.
I'm gonna make a beer-battered fish taco with a variety of pickles, a Scotch bonnet sauce, mustard aioli, French fries, and a garlic parmesan. I'm gonna make my own tortilla.
15 minutes! You have 15 minutes left!
Oh, jeez. When I realize all of the components that I want to pull off in this dish, I actually take a second and go, holy crap, I need to get my ass in gear.
Michael G is moving fast.
No more kidding around. Everyone's here to compete, and I want to compete harder. Ever have a duck egg mayo before? I don't know how I'm getting all of this done.
There's no such thing as too many comedians in the kitchen.
Oh, that's legal.
The cast of Corner Gas Animated inspire the home cooks to elevate diner food to new heights.
I can't just sling out a regular diner burger. I got to elevate it here, and I plan to do just that.
That burger smelled so good.
5 minutes, only 5 more minutes. Come on, home cook.
Time is not with me. I have nothing on the plate right now. But I can multitask like no one else in this kitchen, and that's gonna give me that extra edge. I am most worried about my little egg package. I got one chance at this. If I mess this up, I won't have any eggs on my steak and egg dish.
1 minute, you have 1 more minute left.
I hope my flavors are gonna get me called up today.
I'm looking at my dish, and it's looking really, really good, but I know it needs one more element.
I'm trying to get the meringue a golden brown color without burning it.
20 seconds till orders up!
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I know the flavors are there. You season perfectly.
It is out of my comfort zone, but I hope I get my name called up.
All right, great job, everybody.
Brent, Tara, Lauren, Nancy, on behalf of everyone at MasterChef Canada, thank you so much for being here today. And congratulations on your new series, Corner Gas Animated.
Thank you. Thank you.
This was a lot of fun, and I'd like to take a little bit of everything to go, if that's all right. Goodbye, everybody.
Good luck, everybody. Thanks, guys.
The judges must now decide which 3 of these diner food dishes are the most elevated and worthy of tasting.
I want this advantage because I want to start now by winning all the way through the finale.
The first dish that we'd like to call up looks deceptively simple, but we can't wait to discover the delights that are hidden inside. And the home cook who made it is Nadia.
I'm feeling really proud. I think that I've really embraced this challenge, and I think it shows on my plate. I made for you a elevated and stuffed French toast with a spicy berry and fig sauce and smoked applewood brie.
Terrific. Well, let's have a little taste. Look at that. You can actually smell a little bit of that smokiness. It's making me salivate already.
Thank you.
To me, it's an interesting flavor of sweet meets savory. That sweetness is offset by the heat that I'm finding in the fruit puree. What is that heat coming from?
So it's cayenne.
I don't find it overpowering. I think that the sauce could have been just a little bit thin, a little bit more plentiful, but it ticks all the boxes as far as I'm concerned. A great French toast with a modern attitude and twist. Nicely done.
Thank you.
That's really good. I love the way you incorporated the smoke. I typically would not expect to find that in French toast, but you added your own personality to it. I think that's really important in this kitchen.
Thank you.
Great job.
I think I'm finally getting to a point where I'm really trusting my gut and doing things a little bit different.
The next cook chose a dish often described as humble. And the home cook who made it is Becky.
It's really good to hear my name. I'm just hoping that they like it.
I made grapefruit and basil pie with Italian meringue and a crumble.
This is no humble pie. The presentation is beautiful. An Italian meringue. Why not French meringue?
Italian meringue goes like marshmallowy and it's a different texture.
I like that marshmallow and that beautiful candy grapefruit jelly. It balances out the tart from that grapefruit. Are you sure you're 19?
Yeah.
You're making me proud.
Where did you learn how to plate like this?
Well, I'm pretty much self-taught.
It's really sophisticated. A lot of layers of flavor going through there. This shows a tremendous amount of skill. You have a lot of talent.
Thank you. I'm so proud of myself.
The next cook took one of the most common items and elevated it far beyond our expectations. Please bring up your dish. Andy.
I'm so pumped for them to tuck into this burger. It's a Thai burger with root vegetable tempura.
You know, the presentation right out of the gate is eye-catching. That's part of the intention when we ask you to elevate. The seasoning, I think, is wonderful. It's an interesting and risky thing to change, I think, because a burger is such an iconic diner dish. And someone who has their favorite diner would probably say, don't mess with my burger. But I am delighted that you messed with this burger because it is absolutely wonderful.
Thank you.
I love this Asian play on malt vinegar. It sounds good, but does it taste good?
Hope you like it.
I'll find out. I mean, that is fantastic. Eating this by itself was already good, but with that vinegar, wow, wow, wow.
Thank you, Chef. To have Chef Alvin try my food and respond in simply so pumped.
All three of them pulled it off.
It's amazing to see how far these home cooks have come.
And the risks they're taking.
It looks like a diner burger that's been elevated, which is what we were asked to do.
But at the end of the day, I must feel diner.
I think I really honored diner food, and I think the judges recognized that.
For me, there was a dish that just shone with its flavors. They were just perfectly balanced. They worked incredibly well.
Everyone wants the advantage. Just a little sense of security for the elimination.
We agree?
We all agree.
Let's tell them. We were looking for a dish that reached new delectable heights and retained the key characteristics of the diner dish that inspired it. And the home cook who best ticked both those boxes is Andy.
Thank you. Thank you. To win this mystery box at this point means I deserve to be in this competition, and I have potential to win this whole thing.
Congratulations, Andy. You've just earned a valuable advantage in the upcoming Elimination Challenge.
Awesome.
Can the rest of you please join us up here at the front?
This next challenge is a replication that would test your skills in 5 very different ways. An all-Asian street market sampler.
I know nothing about cooking Asian food. Nothing.
Internationally, hawker stalls and street vendors are producing some of the world's most exciting food trends.
In fact, a stall in Singapore was recently honored with a Michelin star.
Given that there's 5 different things on this plate, timing could be an issue today.
First, we have a perfectly crafted Chinese bao, a steamed bun filled with succulent pork belly, cucumber, and Asian pear.
Next, 2 flavorful Vietnamese delights. A jellyfish salad that requires both technique and flair. And a banh mi sandwich packed with chili chicken, chicken liver mousse, pickled vegetables, and cilantro.
I'm kind of freaking out a little. I'm a meat and potatoes kind of girl. I've never prepared any of these dishes before.
There's also a takoyaki, a round Japanese snack filled with octopus and topped with gently waving bonito flakes. For dessert, a sweet Thai banana fritter encrusted in a coconut batter.
All 5 of these dishes
This is gonna be a doozy.
Andy, tonight, you're off the hook. You do not have to cook.
Yes.
The rest of you will only have 70 minutes to replicate every component of this Asian street market sampler.
Not hours, not days, 70 minutes.
That's impossible.
Not to worry, you do not have to do it alone.
That's because this is a classic MasterChef Tag Team Challenge.
The thing that I'm most afraid of is the tag team challenge. I don't want to work with somebody who's going to be wishing it were anybody else.
And Andy, your second advantage is that you get to make the teams.
Wow.
Andy holds all the power right now. I'm a little bit concerned with how these pairings are going to go down.
So Andy, which home cook do you see as your biggest threat?
The individual has a very similar flavor profile that I do. Eugene.
Interesting.
I see myself in the finale because I have the creative and innovative side, and I've proven myself in this competition multiple times.
Who are you going to pair with Eugene?
This individual has a very different style of communication and cooking than Eugene. I think this could cause them both to stumble. I'm gonna have Becky join Eugene.
I'm putting all my faith in Eugene's palate right now. The only reference I have to Asian street food is cookbooks and things.
Andy, who is your next biggest threat?
Michael G.
Cheers.
Who will you pair with Michael G?
Kagan, you can join Michael G.
Andy, you suck. Kagan is messy, cluttered, and unfocused. I'm very organized, but take what you got.
His mistake, bro. His mistake. Bring it in. Sure, you got this.
That leaves Nadia and Marissa. How do you two feel about working together?
I think we'll be all right.
We'll be just fine.
Everyone, proceed to your stations. Andy, head up to the gallery.
At your station, you will find everything you need to replicate our Asian street market sampler.
As in every tag team challenge, you and your partner must take turns working on your platter. At regular intervals, we'll yell switch, and you and your partner will have to change places. Now decide amongst yourselves who'll be cooking first. And then please take your positions.
At the end of this challenge, at least one of you will be going home. Are you ready?
Yes, Chef!
Your 70 minutes starts now!
Let's go, Nadia. Pork belly, pork belly.
I'm just going to get the chicken stock going here for the pork belly. Move fast, but take time to think. This is the most important part of the cook.
First thing is get that pork belly in the pressure cooker for the bao, because that's gonna take a bulk of that 70 minutes.
Nice work. Michael G is moving like a bolt of lightning. 3, 4, 5. Right. It's actually a little intimidating. I've never really watched him cook before.
Just calm down.
Yeah, girl. Yeah, girl.
We're good.
It's looking good, ladies. Looking good.
Step number 2 is make your bao bun.
Get that warm water in there, Nadia. We gotta activate the yeast.
And I'm expecting to see a light, fluffy bao bun. It has to be perfect.
What's our next move after this? Let's think ahead. We're playing chess.
You think for that for a second. I'm gonna think about this.
Come on, Eugene.
No, it's not happening.
What did you do that for?
Out of the gate, Becky and Eugene seem to be really slow. They're just not getting into the rhythm.
It just has to be around the 15 number, okay? Okay, Eugene? I need to keep Eugene on track because he could be doing so much more. Run!
Run to where?
To the fridge!
I've never seen Becky be quite so vocal as this. Eugene doesn't seem to be moving fast enough.
Get the weigh scales! Weigh scales!
Switch!
Yes, go!
Eugene!
How's the yeast looking? Marissa's being really quiet. The yeast looks activated. We're good? She's not really giving me a response. I need to know so that when we tag out, I can then pick up where she left off. Marissa, as soon as you're done, we need to chop up the onions.
Just watch that clock for me.
Marissa and Nadia, I can see them butting heads.
I don't have much to say other than work, work, work.
Tag team is a great challenge. It really shows us how they work as a team.
They have to trust one another.
What next, Eugene?
Stick it into the oven at 100 degrees.
Trust and communication is key.
You got about 300 of livers, so you need about 150 grams of butter. Yeah.
So now Kagan has moved on to the chicken liver,
which is an essential part of the banh mi.
Take a little bit of it out, because otherwise it's not going to set. Michael G is doing an amazing job of keeping me on task. Quick, double time. Spatula's right here if you need it, but we don't need a ton of it. Run it, run it, run it. Tap the tray as you're going, it'll knock it flat.
Nice. Beautiful.
Eugene.
Becky, onions for the pate.
They're in there.
They're in there? Okay, perfect.
How's she doing?
She's doing great. She's pushing faster than I've seen her move in the past.
I think she actually moves faster than you.
Yeah, she does. She doesn't waste any movements.
Good luck.
Thank you, chef.
All right, switch.
Come here. Tight to the counter.
I want to ensure that that liver pate is beautiful.
Wow, look at Nadia. She's just crushing that blender right now. There's a reason why Nadia is moving so fast, because they're the last team to get their pate into the cooler to set.
Let's get that in the fridge.
We need to get the takoyaki on.
A takoyaki is a Japanese octopus ball.
It's a typical street food in Japan. Very, very popular. Taco means octopus.
Oh, you got the octopus?
I'm already cut it. It's in here already.
Okay, good job.
The secret is to turn them, to make them, form them into ball. That requires a lot of skill. You have to turn it with 2 points.
Eugene, why are you using a knife? There's chopsticks here if you need them.
Home cooks, switch!
Run, let's go!
Michael G, bring me up to speed.
We have a lot still to do. This is not an easy challenge. How many of these do we need? 5. Use your fingers, man. You gotta burn them, it happens. Get your fingers in there. Burn it. Who cares? You're either here or you're going home, so burn yourself. I don't want to go home, and I don't think he wants to go home either.
How's the takoyaki?
A little burnt.
Turn down the temperature.
I have.
How burnt are they?
They're pretty burnt.
They're not going to go on the plate if they're burnt. We better have enough time to make takoyaki balls.
The home cooks have been paired up in a classic tag team challenge. In the end, at least one home cook will be eliminated.
How's the takoyaki?
A little burnt.
How burnt are they?
They're pretty burnt.
Should we make new ones?
Yeah.
We only need 5. Takoyaki balls probably take 5 to 6 minutes.
Less than 10 minutes left. There's a lot to be done in this kitchen. They got to deep fry the bananas.
Put the bananas in the fryer. Bananas in the fryer. Gently, we only have 3. Dip and fry. I am extremely impressed with how well Kagan is listening to me and how well we're working as a team right now.
And you can't forget about the jellyfish salad.
Marissa is cutting the peppers for the jellyfish salad, but they are not evenly cut.
Between the slicing and julienning that needs to go on, you need to have razor-sharp knife skills. It's a huge part of this challenge.
What? You got it. You got this. You got this. You got this.
Every time I'm tapping back in, I'm just trying to figure out where Marissa is at. I wish that she was being vocal about what she was doing. There's things that are prepped and things that are half ready, and I need to get things finished.
Prep the jellyfish.
Okay.
Move quickly, Eugene.
She's making me move fast.
Come on, Eugene. Quickly.
Quiet Becky is gone.
Get the other piece and slice it in half.
You can hear her just screaming at Eugene to pick it up, to push it. It's fantastic.
You only need 2. You only need 2.
Oh my God.
Moment of truth about to happen here. Michael's gonna check his pork.
Come on, man.
Oh, his hands are shaking.
Ah.
Looks like Michael G has taken his own advice. He's burning his fingers now.
Got it. Got it. Yeah, Mike.
Switch!
Eugene!
I have so many dishes to prepare in so little time.
Oh my God.
Marissa is very slow.
I don't know if we're gonna get all the components on.
I think Marissa and Nadia are too far behind right now.
It's really coming down to the wire.
This is it. This is all you, Becky. You got this.
Right now, I feel like I don't have any time to do with bananas.
Like you broke one in half so that we have 2 pieces versus just one. It's kind of ingenious.
Beautiful. 1 minute, you should be plating!
In the glass jar, that's for the balls. Right in front, right down, in front here, man.
Keegan is plating his takoyaki.
Other way around. The crappy side on the bottom.
30 seconds! You have 30 seconds left!
I take really hot pork, stick it in a really hot bun, and pretty much just launch it onto a plate.
Good job, that's good.
10, 9,
You have to get on the plate, let's go, come on.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hands up!
Yes!
Come here!
I'm so disappointed at our platter.
We have 2 out of the 5 things burnt, which is a really poor percentage to have.
We have not fully replicated the Asian street platter. We're not happy with it.
Michael and Kagan, would you please bring up your Asian street market platter?
I'm a little worried. This is not a perfect platter. I'm just hoping that these little mistakes don't send us home.
Andy, you put these 2 together as part of your strategy.
It was a bit of a social experiment to see how these 2 work together, and they were pretty impressive to watch down there.
Let's start with the banh mi. Looks like you've got all the elements here. Let's see how they all taste. Chicken is very flavorful, cooked very nicely. I think the liver pate is spot on. It is tasty. It is the right texture. Well done. Who takes ownership of that?
The team effort. There's no I in team here. There's an I in win, and that's what we're after.
How do you feel about the appearance of the deep-fried banana?
A little dark. I wish there was one more of them.
It looks very sad to me. Really sad. So, Kagan, you started cooking them?
Correct.
A switch happened, you took over?
Yeah.
And you took your eye off the banana?
Yep.
Burnt is what it is. Gives that bitter aftertaste towards the end. It almost says, I don't want to eat it.
We could be being sent home for that. That's a big, small detail.
The deep-fried banana. Burnt gives that bitter aftertaste towards the end. Says, I don't want to eat it. The takoyaki balls are looking a little dark on the outside in a couple of areas. Seasoned well, wonderful savoriness to them. Taste is good. Look at the bao. Those buns look pretty decent. Light, fluffy. Melt in the mouth pork belly. Boy, is that good.
Thank you, Chef.
It was a tough challenge. And it was good to see you 2 work together the way you did. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Chef.
I think we had a lot of mistakes. Our bananas are toast. Our takoyaki balls are crisp around the edge, but our flavors are there, and I hope they'll pull through on those areas.
Becky and Eugene, please bring up your Asian street market sampler.
We missed a couple of small details. Hopefully it's good enough.
Andy, you consider Eugene your biggest threat. Were you surprised at Becky?
To hear her yelling in the kitchen, I haven't seen that yet, and it just proves that she's an even bigger threat than I already thought she was.
Let's start with the banh mi. Chicken cooked perfectly. Nice season. Who did the pate?
I did.
Okay. Maybe a little bit too much onion. Let's look at these jellyfish salad. Becky, you eat a lot of jellyfish?
No, never had it.
And Eugene?
I eat it almost at every family dinner.
Did you try the jellyfish?
No.
Did you taste this?
I don't remember, but I don't believe I did.
You were lucky because the taste, it's all right. It could have used a bit more sugar, a bit more kick, a bit more spice. Now, bao. That, pork belly. Perfect. Now, who's responsible for that? Eugene. So he did one thing, right? Okay. Who's responsible for this?
Both of us.
Have you ever made takoyaki before?
I've made it once before.
Made it once. It looks good. I mean, you got the color, you got the caramelization. You know something?
What?
You got this right. It is crispy on the outside, it's tender, it's well cooked. You did a good job. Finally, what is this?
We had a shortcut.
How many bananas did you fry up?
1.
You hit the spot. Unfortunately, there's not enough of it. Please go back to your station.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chef. We were missing a couple components. This is an elimination challenge. There could be more than one of us going home.
Marissa and Nadia, please bring up your Asian street market platter.
We didn't even finish our plates, so it doesn't look good. I don't know if it tastes good.
You're disappointed, aren't you? Both of you.
It's an understatement, Chef.
Andy, is this the result that you anticipated when you positioned Nadia and Marissa together?
I was really rooting for these two. I think time just got the best of them.
Let's taste this banh mi. Who seasoned the chicken?
I did the marinade on the chicken.
Did anyone season it?
I guess not.
It's bland. I mean, look at that. It's missing the pate in critical areas. Whose fault was that?
I put the pate on the baguette.
Who made the pate?
Nadia prepared the livers.
Tastes great.
Thank you,
I wish
Chef.
there was more of it, but the flavor profile is perfect, it's delicious, well balanced, great seasoning. The jellyfish salad, was this a group effort?
Marissa prepped the julienne peppers, and then I assembled it. She just did the peppers. This is me.
This tastes a lot better than it looks. The peppers are a little bit roughly cut. You can see that?
It was a time crunch.
Marissa, it's really sloppy, and it's not what I would expect from you at this stage of the competition.
I agree with you, Chef.
And what happened here? The takoyaki. They look like a disaster. They're raw in the middle. Whose fault is that?
I kept asking, how are they? And she kept saying they need more time, they need more time.
I was aware that they were not ready yet, but the clock was winding down, and I didn't want to give you an empty plate. So, undercooked, better than not cooked at all.
What happened with you, both of you?
I was definitely trying to point out things like, what are we working on, and like, what's coming next? Marissa kind of got a little bit quiet.
Where I was quiet was when I was trying to focus.
This all fell apart for you. It just completely spiraled out of control. This is probably one of the worst tastings I've ever had. This all fell apart for you. It just completely spiraled out of control. This is probably one of the worst tastings I've ever had. Please go back to your stations.
We didn't put out good food. We both worked hard, but we didn't work smart. I'm really, really scared.
All I'm thinking to myself right now is, please don't send me home.
Tonight, we pushed your limits. This was an extremely difficult tag team challenge. It was tough for us to decide which team was best. But after weighing all the pros and cons, we decided the strongest tag team was Kagan and Michael G.
Now, guys, you will be captains on the opposing teams in a restaurant takeover.
Oh.
love it. I get to be a team captain. That is a dream, a goal.
Yes.
I want a restaurant one day, so I want to know what it's like to run one. I think I'm going to be an excellent team leader. Wow. I'm just going to take that communication that I had with Mike G and have that same level of communication with my team in the restaurant challenge.
Nadia and Marissa, please come up to the front.
I think that because it was the tag team, that they're gonna send us both home.
Marissa and Nadia, of all the teams, Andy predicted that yours would be the most cohesive. Both of you are capable of so much more than you showed us tonight. That's why it pains us to make this decision. And unfortunately, we have no choice but to say goodbye to Marissa. We felt that you expressed a little less speed and finesse than your teammate. Nadia, please return to your station.
Marissa, you are someone who sees us each and every day, no matter what challenges you face. And we've dished out some tough ones. You respond with positivity and determination. We know that you're not ready to leave, but we also know that nothing will hold you back. You've made your parents proud, and we know that they are eagerly and hungrily awaiting your return. Now please come up and say goodbye.
This experience has been unlike any I've ever had before in my life.
There we go.
Every day in the MasterChef Canada kitchen, I got better, I got stronger, I got faster, I got more confident.
Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing.
I got the opportunity to serve food to 3 incredible chefs, and I banged out some really, really good food.
Absolutely delicious.
Marissa.
Yeah! Oh, yes!
Marissa, before you leave, who is going to be Canada's next MasterChef?
Honestly, this is Becky's game to lose. She's going to win it.
Marissa, please go put your apron on your station.
All right. Thank you, chefs. Thank you. I proved to myself that even when my back's up against the wall, I will never give up and I'll never quit. I did more than I even expected, and I'm so grateful and so happy.
Get it. Get it.
I feel like I can do anything I put my mind to, except for takoyaki balls.
Next time, the top 6 compete in a challenging restaurant takeover.
Claudio is counting on you. Make him proud.
Yes, chef. Team, 2 octopus going on now. So you still owe me 5 sea brain.
I need my team to move a lot faster.
The pressure is getting to me.
And one team's dream could go up in flames.
I need help down here.
Are you cooking it or cremating it? Oh my God.